Oh, the Lincoln boys fought at Jarama. They made the fascisti cry mama. They were holding the line for months at a time, and for football they play with Obama. Yippee-yi-yi-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yi-yi-yi. Was there on the plains of Brunetti, midst a hail of steel and confetti. With our planes and our bombs we would smash Franco's ranks, got sick on Italian spaghetti. Yippee-yi-yi-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yi-yi-yi. Oh, the Lincoln Battalion by cracky, a bunch of brave bastards but wacky. They held down the line for months at a time against Franco Il Duce's lackey. Yippee-yi-yi-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yi-yi-yi.
I had no realization, of course, that I'd be over there 18 months. We thought that we'd get it all done in 3 months. In fact, I thought that the country would come to its senses and change its policy of non-intervention, and that we were kind of like the Lafayette Escadrille, and that there was no need to send American troops over there, but for $15 million worth of stuff, we could have driven them into the sea.
In the United States, supporters of the Republic demanded repeal of the embargo. Roosevelt still refused to aid the Republic. His policy was supported by conservatives, isolationists, the Hearst press, and the Catholic hierarchy, which hailed Franco as a defender of the faith against godless communism. The radio priest, Father Coughlin, reached millions of listeners with his condemnations of the Republic supporters.
You congregated the American Abraham Lincoln Brigade to fight for the cause of the hammer and sickle. Your comrades from France and Germany and Russia and England, and from every nation in the world, assembled in the Foreign Legion to help tear down the cross and massacre Christians in the name of your democracy.
In June 1937, college wrestling coach Chick Chaikin told his wife Jenny that fundraising for the Lincoln Brigade was not enough. He had volunteered.
I was proud. I thought it was important for him to go. I was scared. I was ambivalent. I remember lying awake nights and thinking, is there any possible reason why maybe I could dig up a reason why he shouldn't go? You know, is there something wrong with him physically? Will it be dangerous for him to go? And as a matter of fact, he did have a disc problem in the knee, and it would slip out, you know, and once in a while, you know, he really would have to bend over and bring it back into line, you know. And I thought to myself, he had been examined, he went to a doctor, because that was required of any of the men who were going to Spain. They really had to have a clean bill of health. And I remember when he came back and said, you know, doctor said I'm okay and I'm going. And I remember thinking to myself, I wonder if the doctor knows about that knee, and maybe I ought to go and tell the doctor about that knee. And then I thought to myself, you know, if I do this, I won't live with myself, and Chick would never forgive me, and so I didn't. So he went, and we communicated with each other, and I knit him some gloves, and I knit him a scarf, and I sent them to Spain, and he got it, and he got a box of Fanny Farmer candy, and we got letters back and forth, and we got some pictures. And when I was in Spain in August, that was a month after he went, I saw him, spent some time with him. And then beginning with January of 1938, there was no mail. And I used to visit the headquarters of, you know, the office of the vets. Was there any information? And there was no information. And I was convinced that it couldn't happen to him, you know. Just couldn't happen to him. But it did happen. And it was a hard time for me, and it was a hard time for anybody who lost people in Spain. At the same time, it was always been a matter of pride. You know, we all have to die. And I've always thought that, you know, so you die younger, you die older. If you die for a good reason, then, you know, it's not that bad. And I have, you know, always been able to live with that.
This is an American hospital. Side by side, the mother bombed in her home, the son shot at the front. This man was struck by an Italian explosive bullet. Don't turn away. This is neutrality. This is non-intervention, Italian style.
An international medical corps that included 124 Americans helped to care for the wounded soldiers and civilians.
It was just like working with a close-knit family. Everybody was so concerned with each other until you couldn't do wrong or you couldn't be left out or anything because someone's going to find you.
It was a very peculiar kind of life. We worked for hours and hours and hours and fell down filthy, smelly, got up and started all over again because there's no way of even bathing or washing. It was not very glamorous. It wasn't like in the movies at all.
If you got a hot bath, it was a miracle. I can only remember my year and a half in Spain, maybe twice. A steam bath, not a steam bath, but a big truck came up where they had all sorts of attachments that sort of deloused you and where you could take a hot shower, and that was it. And you got clean clothes, you put them on. It didn't mean a damn thing. It felt nice. But you had lice all over you, lice eggs all over you, and within an hour's time, the lice are saying, gee, we've got the nice clean clothes surrounding, you know.
Oh, quartermaster, quartermaster, listen, I implore. When will that delousing plant stop at our barracks door? Mosquitoes of the infantry are boring from within. I can't retreat, but they advance. Oh, when, oh, when, oh, when. Manana, manana, that old familiar cry. Manana, manana, we'll hear it till we die. When will the canteen have in stock a grapefruit or banana? Bill shakes his head and mutters low the mystic word, manana, manana.